Hi.
Hey there. Well, you kind of got cut off, so I wanted to hear the rest of that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Where were we? I can carry on answering your question, ISIL. So let's see. The course has been designed so by the end of it, you should have a set of tools which you can use iteratively. And there's also an end of course workbook which provides you with a very simple way of indexing what your levels of stress are at a given point in time. Hi, Joan.
Anyway.
And yeah, so your question was how much can be achieved in 6 weeks? And my answer would be really actually a lot. It's surprising. If especially if you use the recordings as prescribed, you get a guided relaxation recording to listen to when you're going to sleep for the whole week, well, in between sessions. And that's actually been shown to improve the effectiveness of your own REM sleep by up to 4 times over, just by itself. So there's very good peer-reviewed evidence for that. Not just my guided relaxations, but something similar would also have the same effect. But because those guided relaxations are designed to work with the sessions, they actually help to embed and enrich what we've done in the session. There's also a handout which covers the framing which we do at the beginning of each session. So I hope that answers your query about being able to achieve how much we can achieve. Yeah, it's really a lot. The feedback I got from this will be the second iteration, and the feedback I got from the first one was approval of 9.3 out of 10, and quite a few comments to the effect that it had been really, really helpful in major ways for several of the people who've been involved in doing it. So I would be disappointed if it wasn't. Should I just quickly, for people who weren't here in the previous breakout, should I just quickly say what the course actually does? So the idea is exploring the liminal space, the borderline space between conscious and subconscious, to bring the two into greater creative collaboration. So it lasts 6 weeks. It's an hour and a half each week. Plus you receive a recording and a handout. And we go through draining out the backlog of any accumulated stress, unprocessed memories and conflicts, and also trauma and PTSD. We reconsider beliefs and assumptions and how they create realities for us and how we can detach from them enough to create new possibilities. So if you have a belief like I'm not good enough, we might be able to work on dropping that in that particular session. New experiences, new interpretations of your experience can emerge. And we then look at what is intuition, how does it work? And we really open up the conversation there and do some very exploratory stuff. And we talk about some bits of parapsychology research, which are very, very interesting. And we look at the concept of collective unconscious and consider whether or not that may or may not be a real thing, and look at what happens if we suspend disbelief and consider that it is, especially in relation to intuition. And then finally, we wrap up the course by looking at bringing all that together with the idea of being able to get into flow states through using some of the techniques that we develop along the way. So as well as doing the guided relaxations each week and there being a framing which can explore some of the science and background, we then, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I should have put I forget that the chat is not persistent. So just let me put these links in here again. This is the link to the course landing page, and the other one is a link to my LinkedIn. And please feel free to link up on LinkedIn if you'd like to, and I would be very happy to have a free half-hour chat with anyone who's interested in what I'm doing without any obligation. I really enjoyed talking about this stuff, in case you hadn't noticed. and go on and on.
Did you say collective unconscious?
Yes, yeah.
I've heard collective consciousness and,
So
but I've never actually heard the
so-
term collective unconscious.
yeah,
It's
it's a concept from Carl Jung, who proposed that there was the conscious, the personal unconscious, and then the collective unconscious underneath that. And I think that collective consciousness is another very interesting concept. And you could ask the question, how unconscious is anything at any given point in time? Because I believe that what is conscious and what is unconscious is a shifting thing. So possibly the collective consciousness may be unconscious at some points and conscious at others. If you accept it, there is a collective consciousness. We explore that. So I don't say, my personal belief is that there is a collective consciousness, but I don't say to you that this is the truth. I say that maybe it's a lens or a belief structure which can be useful or helpful for exploring particular ideas, particular ways of looking at things, and allow you to reach your own conclusions. So it's about giving you the tools and exploring with you, because I'm still finding out about this stuff as well. A very, very big part of it relies on the use of metaphor and imagery and myth.
It's very interesting.
Is there anything else that I can answer and talk about? I'm not going to go to the mural board. I find it far too confusing and I get lost in it. I put all my stuff in there, so there are things that you can follow if you want to.
Go and check it out.
Yeah.
I have a specific question regarding the course. It's on Thursdays where I am busy.
Oh,
would I benefit the same if I just watch the recording?
I had two people who used recordings in the last iteration, and they found it very, very good. They found it helpful. But I'm also happy to do half-hour catch-ups with people who can't attend sessions live. Yeah.
Well, thank you for this information. I just found you on LinkedIn, so I may take you up on the
You'd be very
half hour.
welcome. Yeah, well, thank you for coming. It's nice to see you. Nice to meet you all. Thanks for coming, Jane. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. I'm really excited about this as a kind of a starting point to, tame some